Good afternoon to the good people and, of course, to the bad people. Special baseline as I come to you with a very heavy heart. Chris Bass, of course, with you. With the passing of actor Malcolm-Jamal Warner, dead at 54 years old. Before I start reading the story, I was getting my stories together for the week, for the shows, for Baseline. And this story had come across the wire, my phone, and I had to put the phone down. I had to stop because it's one of those news situations where you can't believe it. It's definitely a shock, and I know people around the world are in shock. As you know, social media has been blowing up since we got the unfortunate news about Malcolm Jamal Warner, and it hits hard. And it hits hard, especially when you see someone's career take flight. And we'll get into, of course, his background. Of course, best known for playing Theodore Huxtable on The Cosby Show, which right there just changed the trajectory of your life. Everybody on that show has been touched by some way, shape, or form thanks to Bill Cosby. I know Bill Cosby's name is not very popular these days, but I don't believe in revisionist history. It is what it is from the standpoint of where Bill Cosby was and how he was able to, with the help of other people, have great eye for talent to bring in the actors who played his family on television on NBC. So some people can transcend what they do, the artistry. What I mean by that is someone like him, meaning Malcolm Jamal Warner, he reminds me of somebody that I know, that I would like to get to know, that I wish I known, really, in real life. And he just came off that way. And that's what I mean by transcending the artistry, because yes, we know him as Theodore Huxtable and we know him for his other work, but he just has something about him that the camera captures. And that's just a genuine personality, I believe. The eye of the camera does not lie, and it never will, because they can see into something that you may not can see, and that's really how you are. Dare I say, your soul's the whole eyes of the window to your soul type of thing, and even in acting, I believe. And so when you're able to have that ability to look at a person, to see their work, to watch it unfold, to see it flourish and remain consistent, it's wonderful, to say the very least. It really is. Malcolm Jamal Warner, an actor and artist who rose to fame as a child actor as Theodore Huxtable on The Cosby Show, has died, according to a source close to the actor. He was 54 years old. Warner died in a drowning accident in Costa Rica, where he and his family were on vacation. Warner was swimming at the Playa Grande in the town of Cosis in the province of Limon on the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica around 2:30 p.m. local time Sunday, when a current pulled him deeper into the ocean. Costa Rica's Judicial Investigation Police told CNN today people who were on the beach tried to help Warner, but he was declared dead by the Red Cross. CNN has reached out to representatives for Warner for further information. A native of New Jersey, Warner started acting at the age of 9, making appearances on shows like Fame. He was a young teen when he was cast as the only son of Bill Cosby's character, Heathcliff Huxtable, on The Cosby Show, which ran from 1984 to 1992. Yeah, how you doing, Sundayla? Oh no, yeah, oh no is right. I'm still in shock, like most of us. And when someone, again, who's just the embodiment of who they are, and going back to when he was selected for the role of Theo Huxtable, we know that Bill Cosby based off his own family, and his son Ennis was a son in his life, so it was just parallel to his real family. And just the fact that someone like him and others on the show, lives changed completely. And all of a sudden, you're on with Bill Cosby. I'm not talking about the Bill Cosby we got currently, but the Bill Cosby then. A great family show on NBC. The creator of Must See TV, that slogan from NBC, as a matter of fact. And all these people that were on, that were pretty much, I wouldn't say nobodies, but they were nobodies, working their resume up. But when you had that full spotlight, like the Cosby Show, then your whole world changes, and all of a sudden you're on Ebony and Jet and Essence and Time and those type of magazines. It was a game changer. It was just nice to see new faces, new fresh faces, and like most of us, I was there every Thursday night, 7 p.m. local, and watched the Cosby Show. It was amazing. Warner later reflected on his legacy of the popular Emmy award-winning show. He said the fact that the Cosby Show for Black America and white America alike finally legitimized the black middle class, which has always been around since the inception of this country. But with everything, it is not legitimate till it's on television, Warner said. When the show first came out, there were white people and black people talking about how the Huxtables don't really exist. Black people don't really live like that. Meanwhile, we were getting tons of thousands of fan letters from people saying, "Thank you so much for this show." Warner was nominated for a Primetime Emmy in 1986 for supporting work on The Cosby Show. Well, he's right about that. I remember in real time, this is no offense to the shows that came out back in the day, like The Jeffersons or Good Times on CBS. You saw images and moral values that reflected probably your family and your family alike, but it wasn't a complete, I would say, a complete representation. Me personally, I came from middle class, so watching the Cosby Show reflected more of my middle class life. No more so than we weren't rich like the Jeffersons moving on up, and we weren't poor like Good Times. Sandel also types my all-time favorite show, The Cosby Show, that and Malcolm and Eddie. Another good show that after he did The Cosby Show went on to do other things. Of course, Malcolm and Eddie, him being paired up with Eddie from the comedian. We were all ready to move on, and as Mr. Cosby said, by that point, we made pretty much said all that we could say. This is an interview that Warner did back in 2013. We're still on topping up to go out on top, uh, but we are ready to go on with our lives at the time. And absolutely right. And sometimes, like anything else, you have to be careful, get a stereotype and being around too long, go back to the Cosby Show. So you're able to, all good things, as they say, must come to an end. When dozens of sexual misconduct allegations against Cosby came to light years later, Warner acknowledged his sadness, saying that he felt the sitcom's legacy had been tarnished. Warner said, "My biggest concern is when it comes to images of people of color on television or on film. No matter what, negative stereotypes of people of color, we've always had the Cosby Show to hold up against that." He said this in a 2015 interview with Associated Press. The fact that we no longer have that, that's the thing that saddens me the most because in a few generations, the Huxtables have been just a fairy tale. How you doing, Sick Diggy? R.I.P. Malcom-Jamal Warner. Condolences to his family. Yes, it's a devastating story to say the least, and it hurts. It cuts to the quick because, again, depending on how old you are, you grew up with the Cosby Show. What's up, Kevin? Malcolm-Jamal Warner was not just an actor; he was a part of Black culture. He directed numerous hip hop videos. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Kevin. Uh, it's just one of those things where it continues to hurt, and it's going to hurt for a while. As much as he honored the Theo character, Warner also worked hard to show how multifaceted he was, including being a Grammy-winning musician. He won Best Traditional R&B Performance in 2015 for the song "Jesus Children." He also nominated for a Grammy in 2023 for Best Spoken Word Poetry Album. Both as a musician and then a parent, Warner talked to CNN in 2017 about his excitement in those roles. Being a new parent, I have a lot of new material for the music, he said at the time. It's really awesome, and right now my daughter's 4 months, so I don't have to tell her no. Warner continued working steadily in television throughout his career, with credits including Touched by an Angel, Community, Key and Peele, Suits, Sons of Anarchy, and American Horror Story. Warner also starred opposite Andy Griffin in the series Malcolm and Eddie for 4 seasons between 1996 and 2000. His more recent acting credits include The Resident, The Wonder Years reboot, Grownish, and 911. Sick types, I'm sure Eddie Griffin is mourning his former co-star's passing. Yeah, I haven't seen online Eddie Griffin's comments yet, but obviously so. It's and that was a good show as well. That was very well put together. Again, the buddy comedy duo coming together between Malcolm-Jamal Warner and Eddie Griffin, showcasing their talents. And just as he progressed and got older, of course, from the Cosby Show, I thought it was interesting. When they had the last show, I remember going back to, of course, we used to have Ebony and Jet. Ebony covered the last Cosby Show, and they were showing some behind-the-scenes photos. There was a photo of Malcolm-Jamal Warner hugging Bill Cosby, and Malcolm had a baton in his hand, and that was the baton that Bill Cosby gave to him. I think that was a beautiful picture to symbolize, okay, here's the baton of progress. Now you do your thing. Makes me sad just thinking about that. It's a wonderful picture, and it was a wonderful gesture for Mr. Cosby to do that, to give him a baton. And plus, Mr. Cosby ran. He was a runner when he was a student at Temple. In fact, they showed him, running in a few episodes on the Cosby Show. And when they showed those episodes of him with the baton and everything else, I thought it was very symbolic to show that you can do it too. It's your time. You gotta run. You gotta spread the wings and fly. Hey, Doc Sanders, how you doing, Katrina? Yeah, it's a sad day. Yeah, it is. It really is, to say the very least. What we got here? The last episode of The Cosby Show was about Theo high school graduation. Let me go to the phones real quick. Well, this is BaseLine. Who's this?
It's your girl, Dr. K.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, you. Listen, I got to go into about an hour and a half meeting, but I am just so disappointed that he left here.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm-Jamal Warner. I love the Cosby Show. Despite all of the craziness they were all attacking Bill Cosby with, he was a wonderful in his gift that he has possessed in a composer, a musician, a writer, an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing that kind of like bothers me a little bit, Bass, is Doc Bass to the chord. Strike that key for me.
Thank you. What's the one that bothered you?
I'm sorry. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I was going to ask you a question. What's the one thing that bothered you? You'll talk about that.
Oh, okay. We've been having so many of our people dying and drowning.
True.
We've had a few people here in Chicago drown in the river, in the lake. And
Mm-hmm.
what's going on? I mean,
Yeah.
what's going on? It's just too many of our people drowning in the. I mean, we've heard gunshots, killed for smoke inhalation, but this year has been a ruthless year of our people drowning. I mean, Kanika Jenkins' hairstylist friend drowned. The man that was trying to get the gas can out Lake Michigan drowned. I mean, what's going on with this drowning stuff? I mean, it's like you're almost afraid to go to the lake and just sit down because the water may scoop you up and bring. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting correlation you mentioned about that with the recent Chicago deaths when it comes to drowning in the lake and everything else, and now this whole thing with Malcom-Jamal and Warner drowning in Costa Rica. Yeah, it's a scary parallel. That's scary.
It's crazy, and now this wife got to bury her husband. And so many wives and husbands are dying this time. Drowning, and they're young. We had quite a few Hollywood and churches that have lost their husbands and wives, and they're burying them. I mean, Ludella Evans Reed. She died. Mother Mosey Burks. I mean, what's going on? But this drowning stuff. My encouragement to everyone. If everyone loves the water, please learn how to swim and go find you the best life jacket, because this is too much, and it's like the water is taking us over. It's like, what is happening? So my prayers is out to the Warner family, his mom Pamela. That's a tragic moment because he was still young. He wasn't old. And I watch the Cosby Show every day going to work when I'm getting ready for work because I can get a laugh in. Bill Cosby keeps me laughing.
Yes.
And so, I'm just, it's like, wow, and just startled. But I got a meeting. I just wanted to holler at you, give my prayers. And you're doing an excellent job, Doc, based to the core.
Oh, well, thank you, Doc Sanders. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks for calling in.
Yes, sir. Okay. Talk to you later.
All right. Take care, Katrina. Bye-bye.
You as well. Bye.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you look at how somebody's body of work can affect people. And once again, transcending the artistry. We got to take that into consideration. Let's see, Sick Diggy. In fact, it was through Warner that Griffin would meet and come under the mentoring of Dr. Cosby about the business aspect and show business. Very good. Very good indeed. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, what's up, Gregory B. Lewis? How you doing? Thank you for being here. How's everything? What's on your mind? How you feeling? Yeah, this is extremely sad. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is, Gregory. The fact that I felt as though I knew this man personally. That's how much of an effect he had on me. Just me being an observer and fan. I felt like I lost my brother, and I did. The way I see it, I think all will feel that way. We lost our best friend, lost our brother. How you want to look at it, cousin, uncle, that dude, all of that in the above and more so. So, yeah, this is going to stay for a while. Last year, Warner launched his podcast, Not All Hood, last year, with the goal of continuing to be a voice that explores the diverse experiences of the Black community and touch on themes of representation in media. He said, when we talk about the Black community, we tend to speak of it as a monolith when the reality is there are so many different facets of the Black community. And we wanted to have a space where we can really explore, discuss, and acknowledge all those different aspects, he told People magazine in an interview last year. Hey, what's up, Big Papa? How you doing, Kelvin? What's up, bro? Sad to hear about that brother. I feel the same way, Base. I feel as though I lost my brother. I really do. And once again, it's transcending to all of us. We say, Gregory, see, it feels like I lost a brother also. We did, unfortunately. Let's embrace it. We lost our brother. Gregory also types, I admire his work ethic and his noble nature. Very well said about that. Noble nature. Yes, I think you just calculate that as well. Noble. Nobility. Who has that nowadays? He had that. He was that dude. Noble. Thank you, Gregory, for sharing that. That's exactly it. Well, what do you say? He was a spoken word artist also. Correct. Right. Exactly. We talked about this in his hate to say it, his bio, his information here. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. Yeah, once again, he was nominated for a Grammy in 2023 for Best Spoken Word Poetry Album. I go by what I say before when we lose our people and when we lose people we love. Thank God they passed our way. I can't make it more plain than that. Because their impression leaves a hell of a mark that, again, you can't think of life without them. And that's what I think it is. I think it also deals with, as the song once said, joy and pain, sunshine and rain. The rainy days are upon us right now, but the sun will come out again. It will, because it always does. And when these things happen, I don't know about you, but sometimes you question your own mortality. How long do I have? How long am I going to be around? I think we always do in some way, shape, or form. Even if we don't get the news about somebody passing away, I think that enters our minds. But I think it galvanizes it more when this happens. Hey, how you doing, Jed? Malcolm-Jamal Warner, a generational landmark, true thespian, gone before his time, R.I.P. Yes, I totally agree. Gone before his time. Gordon Gartrell. Yeah, you're right. All right, Kelvin. Gordon Gartrell will never get old. Right. The episode when he wanted Denise to make him a authentic Gordon Gartrell shirt. Oh man, that was so funny. That was hilarious. And I remember when she got finished with it, and he shows up in that scene and says, "Look at me, pandemonium, pandemonium." Oh my god. What do you say, Jed? I need one of those shirts. Yeah. Yeah, man. No, it was a hell of a shirt. And then it come to find out that his date liked it because we go on a date. His date liked it, and I guess was his friend wanted to ask Denise to fix him a shirt like that. Anthony Mackie, who's the current Captain America in the Marvel universe, I forgot what show he appeared on, but he appeared on somebody's talk show with that replica of that Gordon Gartrell garbage shirt. I mean, he really that was. And a lot of people don't know what it was. I mean, he had to explain it. But for those of us who knew the show, knew the episode, yeah, Anthony Mackie was on to something. I mean, hell, shit, give me one. Rock out the fake Gordon Gartrell shirt, man. Great episode. Hey, Barbara Jean said I was asleep and woke up to this news. Yeah, it's It's not easy. It really isn't. How you doing, Diane? You're on point, especially because we grew up with him. He was a teenager. I remember when he rented a corporate apartment in Regent's Park in Hyde Park. I didn't know that. I know. Okay, see. Yeah, it's because he was close to us. It was once again like our brother. Because he was 54. I got about we got about 3 or 4 years on him, but still in that same age range. Which is like I remember that episode. It was a hell of an episode, Doc. I'm telling you. But see, that's the memories that we have, and it's still hard to process. Death always is, because again, just the whole thing that I'm doing this program and everybody's coming on to chime in, to call in, to comment in the comment section still is going to sting. Yeah. Don't know the time or the hour. We don't know. But again, condolences to the Warner family, his friends, colleagues. We feel you had. But even going to back when he was doing the Malcolm and Eddie show that was syndicated, that was a good show. Once again, whoever had the idea to pair those two, I thought was pretty unique. And of course, Eddie Griffin, who was a fantastic comic. It doesn't matter again because he cusses, but still the fact if you're funny, you're funny because it doesn't matter you cuss or not, you're still a funny person, and that's the thing. I mean, certain people like going back to Eddie Griffin. Well, he's a comedian that cuss a lot, and a lot of comedians use cuss words to be blue and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's just them. They pepper their act with the seasoning of cuss words. Now, take the cuss words out, certain comedians, they ain't funny at all. Depends on the comedian, him or herself. So if you're able to be funny without the cuss words, that's a testimony of you. Same with Eddie Griffin. Same with going back to Richard Pryor. That was the danger they will figure. We put him on NBC, he's going to cuss and blah 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 and everything else. And we saw what happened. It was a brilliant show. It lasted 3 months. I'm sorry, back in the 70s, because they didn't want him. He kept pushing the envelope. They didn't want it. They got tired of it with Richard Pryor. The reason why the dump button is that Saturday Night Live is because of Richard Pryor. Back in the day when Saturday Night Live first starting out in the 70s, they asked Richard Pryor to be the guest host. And he brought Paul Mooney to come in and write with the staff at Saturday Night Live to write his skits that he was going to be involved with because Paul Mooney was his writer. So Paul Mooney wrote with the writers there at Saturday Night Live. They installed the dump button in case Richard Pryor cussed. He never did. So that dump button that's there at NBC because of Richard Pryor, I fast forward by Eddie Griffin. So just the fact that they were willing to take that chance, and they knew what they were getting into. When you bring in a comedian who works blue, but is able to change up because of the environment, that's what they do. And they're still funny. And they were able to have that combination of kind of like straight guy, funny guy type of thing. And it still worked. Malcom-Jamal, one was funny in his own right, but Eddie was the out comedian doing the outrageous stuff and everything else. Still was a good show. Very good show. Let's see. We'll go back to the comment section here. See. Here we go. Say, don't forget about when Theo's relationship with Walter Cockroach Bradley. Yep. Carl Anthony Payne II. Oh, yeah. Of course, went on to play in Martin. I know these people are hurt. I know they're hurt because once again, that launched Carl Anthony Payne II's career. Because I never heard his brother before, and then when Cockroach came on the scene, and then after the show was over, he gets a little older. Obviously, starts doing Martin for a few years. But it started with the Cosby Show. Sick. I remember the episode when Theo got his ear pierced. Right, he got his ear pierced. Sure did. And it was, and it got his ear pierced, and was his grandfather had the tattoo and everything else. And and his father had sort of everybody had a thing, and he did it for the love of a woman. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. All right, guys, yeah, first, right. And what was the other one here? Thank you for this moment. I need a place to release the grief. Brother, you're more than welcome. Gregory, not a problem. Hello, Ann. Ann says, good afternoon, Chris and Base Nation. Yeah, see, now you know where I am. Ann called me on my private line. I couldn't pick it up, so I was doing this. Now you want to call in on the call-in number. And I know you want to talk about the passing of Malcolm, so you want to give me a call on the line here. You know the number, and for everybody out there, want to take a chance on it. 312-597-2106. Again, 312-597-2106. Or continue commenting in the comment section. You have the option right there. Right. Cliff had a slick haircut mishap. That's right. Everybody had their thing. So Theo with the haircut. Theo with the ear piercing, Cliff with the haircut, and the grandfather with the tattoo. And it was supposed to say Anna, but I said something like that because he had a cold. Meaning the grandfather had a tattoo. Oh my God. Yeah, that whole thing was just hilarious. Let's see. You know, seek and you shall find. How you doing, Chef Innova? Thank you for being here.
I'm doing all right, Chris. I was just so heartbreaking when I heard the news.
Yeah. It's a hard one. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I liked him. I knew his father. His father used to teach up at Chicago State University.
I didn't know that. Okay, thank you for sharing. When did his father teach up there? What year span? Or is he still teaching, or just taught for a certain time?
He's I'm not sure. I'm sure. I think he moved to another university. But at one time, his office used to be up at in the library when I used to work up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah. And his son did visit him one time. We kept saying, "Is there Malcolm?" Because Malcolm looked totally different. He was all incognito.
Yes.
But yeah, but his dad was, he was really nice, very humble. Very humble.
So his dad taught there. What does the dad teach when he was at Chicago State?
I believe he was more into career development.
Okay.
It was more geared towards incoming freshmen.
Got it.
Like they have a special it was a special enrichment program. Accelerated program, yeah. So he worked with incoming students. And I grew up with Malcolm, like watching him on the Cosby Show and everything.
Yes.
But also, he had different careers and different. But my favorite was with him and Eddie Griffin.
We're talking about
they
that.
Had
yes.
A really nice connection. And I like Eddie. And they just had certain people they just had that certain chemistry.
Right.
And Malcolm was the same age as my brother. So my brother was like, wow, like, we knew he was in the 50s club, but I didn't realize I thought he was around my age, to be honest with you. Our age, I should say. I didn't realize that he was much younger. But anyway, Mark was telling me that he was going with the young lady. Was it on the show? He was going with someone that had passed away early in life.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Maybe somebody in the comment section could throw it out. She was on Family Matters.
Yes. And it was her. She was real pretty young lady. Yeah.
Very, very nice looking young lady. And she was on the Cosby Show, maybe an episode. they met, and then they started to become an item, and then she went on to do the Family Matters show, and she had a thing for Urkel. Her character did.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark was saying, he said that they had interviewed him, said that, after she passed, that he said that she was the love of his life. Right. He was saying, he was really deep. I know he dated Regina King.
Right.
At one time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I don't know. This one kind of hits home.
It does.
It's like, you're hearing different stories about different people, but they're getting younger now, Chris.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, it's like, I don't know. It's just, this one just hits different, and it just kind of makes you, as you start thinking about reflecting different things and stuff and everything, and that,
right.
And also it makes me kind of appreciate what I do have, and try to, it makes me want to check up on my friends too. Like, hey, I was thinking about you today. Are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing okay? Yeah.
Oh, real quick, Omar got it right. So yeah, Michelle Thomas was the lady he was dating.
Yeah.
Michelle Thomas. And in fact, I'm checking it over here now. She was Justine Filler. Remember Justine? Remember the blues song that he was up against? With his father with Justine. So she played Justine on the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then went on to play Myra Monkhouse on Family Matters. And also went on to play on the soap opera on CBS, The Young and the Restless, as well.
Yeah, she was on there. I remember real briefly on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't watch soaps anymore like I used to, but that's a different. But yeah, I just wanted to stop by real quick and just say, my thoughts and thoughts and prayers go out to the family and everything.
Right.
And for people to stay hydrated this week, it's going to be a hot week.
Yes.
So, yeah, the menu's going to be all like, it's going to be really light. Not for today, though. Today, I'm doing breaded pork chops.
You hear that? Breaded pork chops, people. Breaded pork chops.
That's right.
Yeah.
Breaded sauteed pork chops, my special seasonings, corn on the cob, and we're going to have rice with that, with sauteed green and orange bell peppers and green, and also with white onions as well, too. Yeah.
Now, I'm about to say, I mean it sincerely, so don't take it to heart. So, I'm trying to lose weight. I've been losing weight recently. But if I came over to you in Mark's house like once a week,
you're going to gain 25 million pounds.
I'll be fat as fuck.
No, I mean,
I'd be fat, man.
Right.
It was like, who's trying to walk down the street? Who's trying to run? Have a heart attack? Fat man.
I mean, but believe it or not, though, we are, how can I say this? Because people like, well, and I said no. I do like sandwiches. I do like tuna salad or cucumber sandwiches.
Okay.
There's fresh Jay's potato chips. We do Jay's. We do nobody else's.
That's right.
My mom loved Jay's. Grew up with Jay's. There's company was around the house.
Oh, look, we like most people, we get Jay's potato chips. You had 2 bags in the box, and then around school time, you got the Jay's pencil that came in the box.
Yes. Are we the only ones, Chris?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I still have my pencil. Yes.
Oh, see, I got rid of mine. I don't know where mine's at.
I have mine. It's somewhere buried beneath some other stuff. I have mine still. But yes, I remember that. Yes.
Oh, help. Real quick, because you got a couple of fans here, because Diane was like, yay, the menu. So Diane also types, you mean Enova. Enova is the MVP. Then,
sweet.
Oh, yeah, sweet people. They love the menu. Also, Jed says, ears always perk up when the menu, and the menu is in capital letters, is given. Thanks, Enova, for inspiration.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
somebody asked me, and then this I found very, I don't know if it was interesting, hilarious, or challenging. I don't know. One of mine said, and you should do a cookbook. No. I'm not a professional chef. I'm a chef for Chris.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't know about doing a cookbook. I said, no, I'm still working on my poetry book. I'm right. That's what I'm focusing on, on my writing. Yeah, on my poetry books and stuff. But cookbook, nah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, it's an honor just to be asked, of course, to write a book about menus and stuff like that. What Gregory's type here, that menu is ridiculous. Look, like I said before, if you don't have an appetite, don't eat it, because you have to, like, for example, whenever I'm going to be invited to Edwin and Mark's house, the brother and sister combination, I cannot eat for 2 days straight just to make sure my stomach is way empty, because when I get there, I'm eating every goddamn thing.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny, Chris, because if you would have asked me 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would have told you. I could tell you what the nearest restaurant is. I didn't cook.
Right.
You know, mom did all the cooking.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But, you know, due to circumstances, things changed.
Yeah.
And then she had told me, this was back in 2016. This is the last turkey that I'm doing. Take a picture with your picture phone. I said, Mom, seriously, did you just call it picture phone? Okay.
Picture phone. Right.
Take a picture of it. This is it. But now on, y'all, you know, but by that time though, we had started cooking anyway. But I was like, okay, Mom, you know, but she left us a lot of cookbooks.
Good.
And I knock on wood on that. And also for a simple fact, I said young people don't realize it now. Not saying I'm old, I'm seasoned goddess, thank you. YouTube videos do help. YouTube videos do help.
They do. They really do. Very informative, very instructive. They give you those basic instructions one by one. Yes.
And also, you know, knock on wood, also certain corporations, you know, like when it comes to Pillsbury, when it comes to even McCormick seasonings, which I do a lot of, they have awesome videos.
Nice.
That they specialize different cooks. You know, that people show you how to do a rump roast, how to do a chicken breast, how to do seafood, how to do lamb chops, you know, how to do pork chops, how to do just about almost anything, you know.
That's
and what season it. So it's, you know, cooking is love.
Yes, it is.
I love to cook. My brother loves to cook and everything. And we love to share it on your show.
Well, thank you so much. Shout out to Annabelle and her brother Mark. Tell Mark hi for me. And we'll talk later on. But thank you for calling in and sharing your thoughts about Malcom-Jamal Warner.
I certainly will. Y'all have an awesome week.
You
Take
too.
care, Chris.
Thanks, Ann. Stay cool.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, man. Once again, it's nice when you have friends. Once again, I told you before, Anna and I go back to kindergarten together. And I don't have too many friends that I have that history with that long ago. So, you know, talking about missing a brother and missing a family member in Malcolm's passing, I think about Ann. I've known her so long, and I've known a good friend of mine, Fletcher, who I also met at Neal. I met him when I was in about 4th or 5th grade. He was a grade ahead of me. Someone's about 3rd or 4th, around that way. And he's been my ace boon coon ever since. He was best man at my wedding, and he's still with me right to this day. I mean, just a solid brother. In fact, he called me this morning. I got to call him back. We haven't spoken in a while, but yeah, like for example, those phone calls you miss, make an effort to call that person back. Make an effort, and not to sound morbid or something like that. We just never know when it's going to be that last time. We love life. We take life for granted. I mean, I think that the older we get, we should be more in tune. But we're human and we make mistakes. Obviously, we don't want people to go and leave us, but it's going to happen. And we just love that person so much. We want them to hang on and be around just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. We always ask for more time. My man Rick McCain, how you doing, man? Good to see you here. Pastor McCain, him and his lovely wife Brenda, how you doing? Good to see you here, man. How you doing? How's everything? Let's see. Lala Ali sells spices. I've ordered from her twice. That's right. You're right about that, Barbara Jean. I've seen her on television and some maybe some social media sites more of her advertising. I forgot she sells spices. I gotta get back into that. Checking her stuff out. Absolutely. But again, going back to what Annabelle talked about, the father of Malcom-Jamal Warner taught at Chicago State University, and then Annabelle mentioned that, and then let's see, Diane had mentioned about the Chicago ties that the family has here. Here you go. Here when Diane typed, yeah, he has his family. His family has Chicago ties as well, and then when Diana typed about renting out space there at Regent's Park in Hyde Park for business reasons. So again, when you look at, and that's why I think certain people had typed in on their social page Chicago's own Malcom-Jamal Warner. So I was wondering where that come from, and now I see the connect to that. So this is what Diane typed earlier. I remember when he rented a corporate apartment at Regent's Park in Hyde Park. So there you go. So in fact, it was my man Art Sims who had typed Chicago's very own Malcom-Jamal Warner. So I see that now. Fine, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Good to see your picture. I put it like that. We got to reconnect. I know we always talk about this, but as you know, as we're celebrating the life of Malcom-Jamal Warner, as you know, and he's a pastor, so he knows what I'm talking about. We have to appreciate life for what it is and what it continues to become. So we got to take advantage. We had to take advantage of it. We had to get time. So him and his lovely wife Brenda, look, man, when you ever need me to come on the show, we'll make it happen. Just reach out to me and vice versa, and then we'll make it. I know that my schedule kind of conflicts with your two. I know you two are working the time I'm on, but we could make something work. I mean, are you still doing you're supposed to be doing you're doing a Tuesday evening show about that. Let me know, and we'll reconnect. Absolutely. We say, Rick, yes. Let's make that happen soon. Not later, but soon. And go to Barbara Jean. Let's see. For some individuals, last time with the day, I permanently blocked them. Well, see, I love Barbara Jean, but she's my favorite curmudgeon. It's like, fuck y'all. Don't get me wrong. Some people deserve to be blocked, and some people deserve to be given the Heisman Trophy stiff arm to. I don't know the people that you don't give the Heisman Trophy stiff arm to. The people you actually love, about those people. Barbara, I know you talk about. I ain't talking about the people that you want them to go back to hell. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about people that you still want in your circle. Let's see. What do you say, Rick? Sorry to hear about Malcom-Jamal. Yeah, as we're sitting here going with stories and how much he meant to us, so we're just, just going through the grief right now. As Gregory typed earlier about thanking me for this program, no, it's more than my honor to do so. It was a Rockadella. Said, "Hi, brother Base. How you doing, sir? Looking good. How much weight did you lose?" Oh, okay. So let me see. I was at 377, and right now, currently, I'm 331. So that's where I am right now. I got to weigh myself again, but yeah, it's not too shabby, Doc. I've been impressed. Because sometimes, see, I lost weight before, didn't know my dumb ass lost weight. So I remember when I got out the hospital because of heart surgery, I got out and I looked at myself, and again, it's a psychological thing because in my mind and in only a psychological thing because I look in the mirror and I still saw somebody that was overweight. even though in reality I was losing weight, but I couldn't make the connect. And even though I was, you can tell in the face, obviously, and then the clothes you wear get baggy. So that encourages to go on, encourages me to go on. But it's been, okay, we're in July now. It's been 10 years since my heart surgery. I had heart surgery in July of 2015. I didn't realize that it's been 10 years. It's been a whole 10 years, thank God. Because my heart surgeon, Dr. Balke, his offices always reach out to me and checking on me to see if I'm doing all these years. And then they reached out to me. In fact, last Saturday, I called them back, but it was too late. I'm letting you know right now, and I'll make this happen. I got to connect with Dr. Balke. I'm going to have Dr. Balke on this program. And we're going to go over the importance of heart health, things like that. I'm going to put my story out for everybody to hear. And I got that from David Letterman. I can see it here in front. It's not an original idea. David Letterman years ago when he was doing the show on The Late Show, which is going to be canceled. But he had heart surgery and invited his surgical team on his show to thank them. I'm going to have on my heart surgeon, Dr. Balke, and go over what I had to go through, because Dr. Balke is the originator of robotic heart surgery. Let's go to the phones and say good afternoon to Omar. How you doing, Omar? How you feeling?
I'm doing fine, Chris. It's a sad Monday today.
Yes, it is. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Malcom-Jamal Warner, he was a good actor. He was pretty good. And I enjoyed him on the Cosby Show, you know.
Oh, absolutely. And again, like I said earlier in the conversation, Omar, he was able to transcend his artistry because, like I said during the show, a lot of people had chimed in as well in the comment section that it's like losing a brother. It's like losing a brother that you know and love, and he's gone now, unfortunately.
I'm 1 year older than Malcom-Jamal Warner is.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Because he was born in 70, I was born in 69. I was born 1 year before him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember, I saw him on YouTube not too long ago in the Father Clemens story.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I mean, he used to come. I think he was on CBS.
It was on NBC.
My bad. Okay, NBC. Gotcha.
Yeah, Carol Connor. He portrayed Cardinal Cody. At the time, Carol Connor was, after he finished that, he had a role to do the Heat of the Night TV series.
Yeah, because Lou Gossett played Father Clemens.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
And because it was his first dramatic role without the Cosby realm.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a great job. I wish he won an Emmy for that performance.
Well, you know how it is sometimes. It's those type of awards can become very political. And dare I say, some people may pay off the Academy for somebody to get an award. And I don't mean that to be facetious. It's just that people do cheat. People do cheat in all walks of life. Wouldn't surprise me that people cheat, of course, for people to get paid to nominate somebody and then have them actually win the damn thing. Like I mentioned before, when certain people were getting stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame years ago, and Britney Spears got a star. Wait a minute, what the hell? Britney Spears hasn't even been out here that long for her to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She ain't even put in a good body of work, but come to find out, you can pay to get your own star, whether through a sponsorship or out of your own pocket or things like that. So that's a lot of people and their mama and the mama's dogs were getting all these Hollywood Walk of Fames. It's like you haven't done anything to get that. So there you go.
The one filming the Father Clemens story, that was filmed in 1988 or something. At the time, the writer's strike was looming.
The what strike was going on?
It was the writer's strike.
The writer's strike. Okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And Carol Connor and Louis Gossett Jr., Malcom-Jamal Warner, they were smack dab of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And Carol Connor, you know, he was busy. Louis Gossett Jr. was, at the time, was trending. He was filming Iron Eagle, the movie.
Yes, the Iron Eagle, the movie, right.
And Malcom-Jamal Warner was really, you know, his career was really getting hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that made-for-TV movie. It was, once again, it was very heavy listed with some great actors. Made about Malcom-Jamal Warner, of course, on the upstart of his career. Louis Gossett Jr., Carol O'Connor. That right there is a force to reckon with. And it was a good story. It was based upon the life of Father Clemens trying to adopt. And they would not let priests adopt children. And so he had to fight for that. But it was a very moving, touching program. Very good story. It
was big news in Chicago for a long time.
Yeah, because Father Clemens was based out of here at one point, so it was a struggle, but he finally got a chance to adopt his son.
Yes, he did. And I just, you know, when I heard he passed away or something, I was thinking there was a rumor or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I knew it wasn't a rumor because one of my brothers in broadcasting, Trey the Chocolate Jock, had first posted on his social media site, and he got it from TMZ. And I was like, again, like I said before earlier in the broadcast, I'm still in shock, but in real time, I could not believe it. I had to put the phone down, I put my notes down, and then had to go and check some other sources that are reporting it. I found that people.com had reported alongside with TMZ. So yeah, it is the shock value to the point where, okay, let me get some more news to reconfirm this, unfortunately, and then that's where we are. So again, it's a hard one because you believe, and that's how much of an impact that he had on our lives, to feel as though he was literally part of our lives.
My sister in the Cosby Show, you know, like the Cosby Show a lot. She had a huge crush on Theo.
Your sister had to get in line. A lot of people had a crush on Theo, especially with that Gordon Cottrell shirt he had on. Yeah.
My sister Lolita, she had a huge crush on him. She said, "I just love Malcom-Jamal Warner." I said, "You know that, you know like that."
You don't have to. Shoot, I mean, there's not too many crush. Like, I didn't have a crush on Denise, more so, but when they started to do a Different World series, I watched some women on there, some young women on there. I was like, okay, yeah, that's more my speed as far as crushes was concerned. But yeah, A Different World. But again, going back to Cosby Show real quick about launching these great careers, these people, of course, including Malcolm, it was, again, great to see the show, the great representation. And I'm sorry that Bill Cosby's in a bad light now, but please do not diminish what he did prior to all these bad things, because, again, you should not erase somebody's history, because had Bill Cosby had not had the show, we would not have a Malcom-Jamal Warner. So you have to really go in succession of how these things happen. So you could dislike Bill Cosby all you want to, but don't disintegrate what he has accomplished in the past.
He had teachers he knew to teach the kids, you know, behind closed doors. Like, he taught Malcom-Jamal Warner, Lisa Bonet, and others. And Bill Cosby, he knows to keep the Cosby kids grounded.
Yes.
And he was besides he's one thing for sure, he put comedy on the map and everything. Who we could judge Bill Cosby and his misdeeds? Only God do that.
Yeah, but you know, we judge anyway. You know, I know what you're saying. You're absolutely correct in your assessment. You're a person that has religious beliefs, you understand. But if not, I understand as well. You know, people are going to judge anyway, and even people who have religious grounding still judge. So people are going to be judgmental regardless. I just think that it goes back to the scene. If you ever watch Raising the Sun with Sidney Poitier,
I've seen it numerous of times.
Right, and there's a scene where the mother is talking to Belinda, the daughter, and she was going on about the scene of, hey, ever have you ever sat down? I'm just paraphrasing. Thought about what he's going through, meaning the Walter character that Cindy Portier portrayed. You ever thought about his hills and his valleys and what he's going through right now? And she said to her, "When you measure a person, measure them right." And I think that's a good moral compass for all of us to get involved. Not all of us subscribe to it, but when you measure a person, measure them right. Yep, absolutely.
But Malcom-Jamal Warner, he paved the way for a whole lot of up and coming actors like Forrest Whitaker, for example.
Mm-hmm.
He paved the way for him, and a whole lot of these upstart actors you be hearing on TV in the mid-90s and such.
That's right.
And I know it's a sad day for me because I don't even know Malcom-Jamal Warner that well. To me, I just lost a little brother I never seen.
That's a good way to look at it. Omar, I got to move on, but it's good hearing your voice, and thank you for contributing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Chris. I'll continue to listen to you right now.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye. As we continue on with the program, we say hello. And what's up, Rockadella? How you doing, sir?
I'm well, sir. How you feeling?
Good. Hey, now you're a radio guy. You got to turn that monitor down. I should be telling you this. Come on.
No. I took care of that.
Okay, great.
I didn't know you were gonna jump in so quick on me.
Yeah, man. Be careful, Doc. I'll jump in quick as I can. So I'm glad I got you on here. Good to hear your voice, Doctor. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm here. We keep it moving.
That's right. Swinging through the fences, right?
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
Love me. That's all I say. Just love me.
That's right. You hear that? Hear that, people out there? All 7 of you. You hear that right there? He said, "Love me," and that should be the statement for all we're going through right now. Celebrating the life of Malcom-Jamal Warner and all lives. Love me, damn it. Don't love him because he's over there scratching on himself. Don't love him. Love me. Not talking about you. I'm talking about the person over there in the corner. I'm talking about people out there. Love. Do you hear what this man said on the phone right now? Love me. That should be the concept for all of us. Love me, damn it. Put damn at the end of it. The hell, put hashtag love me, damn it.
That's gonna be the name of the tour, right?
That's right.
That's the name of the tour.
The Love Me Tour, sure. The Love Me, the Love Me Tour, right?
Now, in how many cities? And which cities really gonna need it though?
I don't know. I'm going down the street. That's as far as I go, man.
That's it.
That's it for now, Doc. I'll go down the street. That's
it. Oh my God.
Yeah,
you're gonna be all right.
I'm all right now. I haven't drank yet, so I'm fantastic.
Oh well, don't do that. Don't hurt them. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready for that. I don't think I'm ready for that. Yet.
I'm not ready for it. I'm the one doing the drinking when I drink.
See, then that means you need to stop yourself before you think about it.
Oh man, a nice little nip don't hurt nobody.
Well, no. I mean, you doing communion wine? No, they ain't hurting you.
I love Jesus, but I skip communion wine. I go right to wine.
See now, if you want to be Ed the Wino, walk down the street with a big purple bag, a Canadian, what's that? Canadian Mist or Canadian?
Not Canadian Mist, Doc. I'd rather drink Ripple.
Now that's so funny that you say that. I am sitting here watching Sanford and Son, and Esther just walks in the door.
But you know what's funny, real quick? I come to find out so let me tell the story. Let me get some comments real quick. What do you say, Sig? Love me, Mother Hubbard. That's right. You see, he catches on. He know what time it is, right? Love me. So back in the day when my boys and I were in high school, we go out and drink on the weekends. So I just said certain liquor stores you give a damn how old you were. You could be fine walking in there as long as you have money. So I know it's illegal, but as long as you have money, it is what it is. Or we get somebody older than us to go in and get the liquor for us to come back out. So depending on where we went.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we all done that one.
Exactly. So I was with my boys and we were trying to find Ripple because of Sanford and Son. And nobody had it because he said Ripple was discontinued. So, we're just like the mid 80s going into the 90s. The guys told us at the various liquor stores that Ripple was discontinued. We had a friend of ours that we knew from college that we were going out with. She used to drink Boone's Farm wine.
Ooh.
So Boone's Farm wine get in various
Ooh.
flavors and stuff like that, grape or apple or something like that.
Yeah,
Come to find out that Boone's Farm was made by the people who made Ripple.
No.
So Ripple discontinued, reinvented himself as
Right.
Boone's Farm wine.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Did y'all learn something today, boys and girls?
That's right. That's right, boys and girls. Uncle Base has told you. So you want something close to Ripple? Get yourself some Boone's Farm wine. You'll be in business. That's
wow.
Right. Yeah, Doc. Hey, man, what's your take on the passing of our brother Malcom-Jamal Warner?
Man, I most definitely was in shock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was on my computer, taking care of my work and things like that, and all of a sudden it pops up, says WGN, Malcom-Jamal Warner dies at 54. I said, wait a minute, hold up. I know it's on WGN, but let me go to TMZ.
Right.
And I looked, I said, okay. Then now about 2 hours later, I look again, and it shows how it happened, or at least what they're saying that it happened. He drowned on vacation with the family
in Costa Rica, right?
Yeah, on Sunday.
That's right.
And the news getting out on a Tuesday? No, today ain't Tuesday. I got so much going on in my mind that I'm thinking the day ahead.
But, no, today's Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Really crazy. But, only thing I can do, and I think it's so funny yesterday that I was watching TV One and just watching all the episodes of the Cosby Show.
Mm-hmm.
But you watching the grown Theo, not the teenage Theo. Like all of us, we all have been that teenage Theo. Not getting the best grades. Want to do stupid stuff for the girl. Like the episode for him was with the Pierce earring.
It's about the ear pierce, right? We talked about that. Yes, yeah.
Or of course, everyone's favorite episode, over the shirt.
Gordon Gartrell. We talked about that too. Gordon Gartrell, right?
Gordon Gartrell.
Yep.
But the other classic one is when he went to the voodoo doctor to get the boyfriend to leave Justine alone, and then he goes home and he talks to his father,
right?
And he said, "Oh, you want him? You need some words? Okay, I need you to put your hands out.
Yep.
And I want to tell you what the palms read. So he puts the peanut butter in in his hands with some olive oil in there.
Oh no.
And I think he actually had some peanuts.
Uh-huh.
No, he had some nuts. He had some nuts or some beans on there.
Uh-huh.
And he says to Theo, okay, now I need you to take your two hands and put it on your face.
Oh no.
You need to put it on your face.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he puts it on his face, Bill takes this what is that? He took a tin, what's that thing? A tin plate, whatever, and like he's going around and doing the voodoo chant. He's going around in a circle.
Remember this one?
Oh yeah.
I remember the one about the blues song that he was talking to his father about, and the clip was like Justine.
Right.
That I remember that one. So this was after that, right?
This had to be after that.
Right.
It had to be.
Okay.
So next thing you know, after Bill goes around in a circle, beating on the tin plate,
mm-hmm.
And then, but now Theo's still sitting there. He's still sitting there in the kitchen. He's still sitting there in the kitchen with his hands on his face, with the peanut butter, the olive oil, and the peas or beans, whatever, on his hands, holding on his face. And Bill says to him, say this 3 times. Pay attention to your woman. Pay attention to your woman. Then all of a sudden he says it, and Bill walks out the door. out of the kitchen, back in and then when he gets to the second time, he realized what the lesson was, that you didn't have to go to no witch doctor to get the lesson that you need. Instead, you can talk to me, and you didn't have to pay $20, thinking that the only thing that the guy was gonna get was a cold, sneezing. That was it.
I have to check that out again. I swear I don't remember it. When I started, I think when the whole thing about Malcom-Jamal Warner and the Cosby Show, those episodes come to mind when the ones I remember and the one you just mentioned. But of course, the finale, the 2-part one, where Theo was graduating from college.
Yeah,
and he gets the tickets for his family, and that whole I think it was a 2-part episode, and it was just a wonderful thing because, as we know, nothing lasts forever, and I think as writers you can only write so much, and you come to an end like, okay, we've done all these things with the characters, they're growing up, they've grown up, and even to the point where Rudy's character was replaced by Raven-Symoné because Cosby used to work with kids and everything, so she was growing up. You're bringing a new kid for him to work with, to bounce off of and have fun with and stuff like that. But that episode was all very touching because, again, as we know, it was based off his own family. And,
most definitely,
absolutely. So that was the blueprint for the Cosby Show, and just the fact that I can see it right now when Cliff will always try to fix the doorbell and he always got it wrong. Was a running joke throughout the series. He finally gets it right, and after the graduation, he hits the doorbell, and that music came on. And as Felicia Rashad had talked about, she said that was right on the spot. He said, "I'm going to dance you off the set." That was not in the script. They were supposed to dance in the living room, but he said, "I'm going to dance you off the set." Dance off the set, and it was just a wonderful way to end the program. It was very nice.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what were they going to tell him? No, we got to recut it. What are they going to tell him?
No, we didn't recut nothing. That was like it. And,
right.
And so, again, just Malcom-Jamal Warner getting his start from there, and you couldn't ask for a better start for it to just launch into his career. Was fantastic. Hold on, let me go back to the comment section here. Hey, Lisa London, how you doing, Lisa? Good afternoon, Base Nation. Rest in peace, Malcom-Jamal Warner. Yeah, absolutely. It's devastating, and it's still a shock. And just the fact that we're saying and we're having this conversation, it's still it's surreal for me right now. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, I won't be surprised if BT and TV1 does quite a few, do their best moments. I think the only thing that, and I hate to bring the negative into this, and I ain't gonna try to be negative about it. But when you think about it, I was thinking just wondering how his Malcom-Jamal relationship was with Eddie Griffin when they did their show Malcolm and Eddie.
Right.
And you know me, I did my research and finding out that they did not get along at all. Not at all.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
But it states that they most definitely publicly, they wouldn't seen together. But when it came down to being on stage and working, they most definitely was professional, and they kept it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so it's just so much. Excuse me. So much going on. I mean, Niecy Nash has everything to say. Tracy Ellis Ross has things to say. I mean, this is stuff that I'm looking at right now. That's on what website is this? Deadline.
Okay.
Deadline. So, a lot of them most definitely people are hurt. I mean, I've never met him. I never met him, but I've met Daryl Bell from A Different World. I've met Kadeem Hardison from there, and from there being able to talk to them and asking how Jamal Warner and Bill Cosby was as people when the big case was going on for Bill Cosby, and there was nothing bad that neither one of them could say. When I had the opportunity to talk to them, there was nothing that they could say bad about him. at all.
See,
So I mean,
that's a testimony right there.
Yeah. So yeah, when you have those kind of relationships, ain't nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong.
Right.
I mean,
it's a blessing.
Yeah, because they were stating that, and I need to go check it out. You know, Jamal Warner had a podcast.
I mentioned that. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he did his last one 3 days ago, and I didn't know he had one. So I'm going to look into it and see what it was about, and get a chance to listen to it. You know, just it's just a funny world because excuse me, that coming to the conclusion that, you know, and you said it before, and we all know this, that, you know, tomorrow's not promised.
That's right.
Shoot, whatever your dream is, go after it. You know, even if it's something that's stopping you or it should stop you, but you can't let it stop you. Because I mean, even for myself, I mean, I still got some dreams and things like that I want to see come to light. So, you know, every once in a while, yeah, you got to get an encouraging word here to push you a little bit further down the line. So, you know, I get it.
About the podcast, real quick. I'm going to cut you off. So I mentioned this earlier. I'm going to repeat it. So again, Warner launched his podcast last year, Not All Hood, with the goal of continuing to be a voice that explores the diverse experiences of the Black community and touch on themes of representation in the media as well. So yeah, that was his mission statement for his podcast. So you're right. I never knew it until I read the article. So I'm gonna go back and go to Spotify and type in, check it out myself. And once again, it'll hit differently now because he's not here. So
right.
It's always going to hurt. Let me get some comments in the comment section I did not get to. So this was earlier. So Sika type, you're 6'1" and 330. Yeah. In fact, I went to the doctor. I ain't 6 feet, 6'1" no more. I'm 6 feet. So I always heard about when you get older, you shrink. I don't want to shrink that damn much. So I'm 6 feet now. So yeah, I'm 6 feet, 331. And this is what you would type, Rockadella. Keep going. Are you still going to work out? And the Cougars are trying to attack you. See, now, hold on a second. I'm not working out. I'm working out at home.
Okay.
I don't have Cougars going after me. And it's funny because I was reliving this. I was talking to a friend of mine about this when I was going to cardiac rehab. And I'll just regale it real quick. So I'm going to cardiac rehab. The hospital I was going to, where I had the surgery at, they had cardiac where they had phase 1 and phase 2. So phase 3 was at another hospital. So they recommended that. I went to, it used to be Mercy Hospital. So I went there for cardiac rehab for phase 3. So they had the bus come pick me up. I went for the early morning class, and it was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we did exercise bikes called mid-step. So there's a sit-down elliptical. So I'm sitting down trying to work out. Now, mind you, about 7 empty bikes. I got one of the 7 empty bikes. Here comes Grandma. So Grandma, she had to be like in her 80s. So she comes over and had once again a big ass. Not a big ass, but a big ass. You can not only put your drink on there, but your plate, fork, and knife. So she had this big ass. Now, mind you, I'm like, you know, I'm holding the handlebars, and so she comes over and scrapes her grandma booty. Sorry, Mike. Scrapes her grandma booty on my right hand. So she could have went around to the other side of the bike. She goes squeezed between my right, her left. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Oh, okay. This is Monday.
Monday.
Wednesday, same thing. Empty ass bikes. I'm on one of them. Here comes grandma booty, and does the exact same thing she did Monday. Scrapes her grandma ass on my knuckles. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Looking for extra attention,
dude. I don't need this at 5:30 in the morning. I don't need it. I don't need it at 5:30 in the afternoon. I don't need it. So I'm my own business. So once again, grandma booty scrape second day. Friday, same thing. 5:30 in the morning, working out. Here comes grandma booty. Oh, I'm sorry. I said, you're not sorry. You purposely scraped your grandma ass on my hand. I told her that.
And what did she say?
No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You did 2 days in a row prior to this one. And dude, it's 5:30 in the morning. I don't want to be there, but I have to be there. I got to work out. I'm already sleepy. She's going to scrape her grandma ass on my knuckles.
Look here, maybe she wasn't sleepy, and she was just sometimes they say good loving is good in the morning, and maybe she was seeking it in the morning from you.
I don't want to give. I don't want. This is not my place. It's not my place to serve up grandma anything to grandma booty. That's not why I'm here. I'm here for heart healthy reasons. I'm here to work out.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't looking for no grandma, but I ain't looking for booty. I'm just trying to work out. That's all. That's it. That's all.
I understand, but remember,
ain't no butt. Ain't no butt. There was a butt, but it was too damn big. If grandma booty got on the CTA right now, BaseLine, she had to pay for 2 damn fares.
Oh my God. Why are you trying to act like Southwest Airline? You got to pay for 2 seats now?
Because it's true.
Now. Oh my
because
God.
It's true. What you got here, Sig? You got to work on keeping the hooker whores off of you. Sig, this wasn't a hooker whore. This was a grandma booty. This is a whole different conversation, a whole different thing. This wasn't even a hooker whore. What do you got here? A grandma or a big mama at base? I don't know what to call her at this point. All I know is that ass was too big to be in public. And when something like that, you need surgery or stay in the house because it's a monolith. It's huge. It's mammoth. Now some people may like that. I personally do not. I don't need it 5:30 in the morning. I'm just trying to work out, mind my own business. Here come grandma booty go scrape her ass against my knuckles while I'm trying to work out. It doesn't make any sense. What do you say, Sick? Always remember there's no upper age limit when it comes to hooker whores. Just know there's lower age limit for that matter. I put it like this. I don't care if she was a hooker whore or not. That's not the point. The point is to take your booty and to scrape against my hand on purpose, mind you. You know what? The first one could have got away with. It could have been an alleged accident. I can give you a pass on the first one. That was Monday. But do it again Wednesday and Friday. I'll go one step better, which is bullshit. So I remember. So when you finish working out, you're there for an hour. When you finish working out, you go downstairs to the lobby area and you tell the security person that you're ready to be picked up. They get your name. They call dispatch to have the bus come and pick you up and take you home. So I'm on one side of the lobby, and then grandma booty comes down after me, gives her name and everything else for dispatch to have her come on the same bus. And the other security guy was like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" "I'm fine. I'm just sitting here waiting with my fella." And she points to me. I know I ain't your damn fella.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? This is how shit starts. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. And even the security guard knows she was full of it. He went over to me. "You heard that, right?" "Yeah, I heard that shit." "You're right."
Okay, then let me ask this question.
Sure.
You said she was about 80 years old.
About between 80 and death.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's cold blooded, like a Rick James record.
Cold blooded.
But okay, suppose she was 10 years younger. Would it have made a difference?
Probably not. Probably not. No, because again, I'm not there for that. I just want to work out and get in and get out. And I didn't want to get another slot because it would be more crowded. It was another slot, but I want to get there early, get it done, and get out of there. So that was my goal.
No, I get it. I understand that.
Yeah.
But am I correct? But isn't sex a form of exercise?
Okay, now if you're trying to,
I'm just asking. Isn't it a form
sex can be a part of exercise. Yes.
A form of exercise.
You're right about that.
Depending on what the position is. Now I'm not trying to go deep up on into this. I'm just saying that you can have some more exercise. She can have some more exercise. But I understand. I get it. She just.
Wait.
It was too much Joe Tex in there.
King Tut. Wait a second.
Too much Joe Tex.
Wait. Tut, King Tut. Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Are you suggesting?
Yes, sir.
Rockadella, who I've known for a long time.
Yes.
Are you suggesting that me and the grandma booty I was talking about, the grandma booty, us doing the mattress mambo together? Is that why you are implying? I get the feeling that you are implying that me and grandma booty can have more exercise if her and I did the mattress mambo together. Just come out and say it. Don't beat around the bush. Go around John's barn, up the trees, and grandma's house we go.
I was just trying to calm you down.
I am calm.
To give you a vision of what the possibility could have been. Because I know you wasn't going there. Because you said to me already when I said it would 10 years had made a difference. You said, no, you don't think so. But just giving you the thought of what the possibility could have been. Of what it could have been.
Could have been. I don't want to think about could have been.
Okay. Suppose she had pushed up on you in a different way.
Regardless of the way, I'm not there for that. Hold on a second. Let me go to the comment section again. You cutting up, doctor. Let's see. Doctors discourage. This is what Slick saying. Doctors discourage patients from doing the mattress mambo if they have heart issues, especially after surgery or cardiac incident. Or he's right, after a cardiac incident. He is totally correct. Right. There you go. And we're all of us in there for a cardiac rehab 3. So what was I doing the mattress mambo for? Oh, Elizabeth, I'm going to join you, honey. I mean, who wants that? I mean, okay. I'm not there to do as Fred Sanford and grab my chest and stuff like that. No.
No, of course not. Of course not.
No.
Of course not. No, sir. But wait a minute. But now when doing this therapy and going to ride the bike to make sure that the heart is rolling, getting right and everything.
Right.
Excuse me. How long was it already from the surgery when you started doing the therapy? Was it a month? Was it 2 months?
That was about a year.
Okay, so now, within that year,
I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Hey, this is good stuff. Well, look at it. I had congested heart failure. They claim that I have it, and I tell people in a heartbeat, hey, April 2010, 2 months before I was getting married. Bam. All right. The doctors couldn't understand how my heart went from 10% to 65% in a year and a half time. And
okay, here we go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to cut you off. Here you go, right here. This is what you type, and then you can elaborate. So again, this is what you typed earlier. Well, back in April of 2010, I myself was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, but I'm still here. I'm doing things that the doctors still can't understand. I tell them they're not the doctor. God has the final say, and I stand on that. Go. Okay, so I want to make sure that was out there. Okay, please continue.
Yeah. So still to this day. Okay, so 15 years later, I'm still here.
Right.
I can run. I don't have to stop, gas for air, because most people that do have congested heart failure, even if they get up and start walking, it takes them a half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
And that's without the oxygen. But who says even with the oxygen? Excuse me. Yeah. It'll take that long to regain your air. So like I tell people, hey, I'm here with a divine purpose. We all got a divine purpose.
You're right about that. Let me go back to the comment section real quick. I know we're having a little fun here, and we got serious and everything. So I just want everybody to know that the main purpose of here, of course, is to celebrate the life of Malcom-Jamal Warner. What's up, JoJo Collins says, what's up, brother? Hope all is well. Rest in peace, MJW Malcom-Jamal Warner. Yeah, and going back to that real quick, obviously, the news, I was talking to my friend Lydia, and she was saying how healthy he looked, meaning Malcom-Jamal Warner, and how good he looked and everything else, kept himself in shape and the like. And we get the news about him drowning. the thing about like anything else, when the initial shock of someone passing away, and like you, I never met Malcom-Jamal Warner before. I would have loved to meet the brother, but
Yeah.
everything that you heard about and talked to other actors about, everything I read about, and you run to people over the years who are in the entertainment world, sometimes it's hard to be squeaky clean. But if you're able to live a clean life, or you have people around you keep your mouth shut and they'll go all the way with you, things like that, and keep your secrets, those are good people. So when you're able to have a life where, again, people believe what they hear and see when they see your work, they believe your acting skills because they believe in you. And something within you has become so, what's what I'm looking for, has become so connective tissue with the audience that, again, us being all around the same age as Malcom-Jamal Warner being 54 years old, like I said, I got about 4 years on him, but just the fact that in that same age range, watching the Cosby Show and watching develop to Malcolm and Malcolm and Eddie and other things he's done post that, you follow the person because, dare I say, you love them. Dare I say that you appreciate and love their work. And anytime you hear their voice or you hear their name or read their name in credits, you know it's going to be great delivery of acting. So yeah, it's this one's going to be hard, like I said, for a while, but I'm still in shock.
Yeah. I'm still wondering about the co-stars.
Yeah.
And their reaction. I know they haven't gotten anything yet, unless if so, they've gone. Their reactions are on TMZ, and knowing TMZ, they'll be talking about it. TMZ is probably on now.
Yeah.
If I think about it, they will most definitely be talking about this.
Absolutely. Because, as a matter of fact, our broadcasting brother Trader Chocolate Jock, I first saw it on his social media on Facebook earlier this morning, and he got it from TMZ. And like his reaction, of course, was just out there. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. And again, it's coming from my brother, so I'm like, let me get other sources. Like I said, let me check out the Hollywood Reporter and People.com and stuff like that. And it was just, by that time, it had caught wind, and then it went on from there. But it's one of those things like you just wish you want to do a program like this, and you wish the news was not this at all, that he was still with us.
Yeah. Yeah,
but,
man. The good thing, and one way or another, he has a wife, has a child that can always speak about him.
Yes.
To his work, as you said earlier, acting, everything, their work will show. And at least for the benefits of his daughter, maybe grandchildren along the way. Hey, it's set with money,
yes,
especially with that SAG, so it's always coming, and be able to benefit them from, if it's from the Cosby Show, the TV show, The Resident, what Malcolm and Eddie on some of the other networks, whatever those residual amount is. Hopefully, it's big money that he'll be able to take care of them.
That's right.
For the rest of their life, and be able to pass it on down, pass that money down, or be able to start another way of generational wealth for them.
I hope so.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I hope so.
Which is it's a positive part, but not the positive part that we want to really hear at this present time. But unfortunately, anyone's a Cosby Show member, because when you think about it, we, as you said, hey, we all have had one of those dumb and stupid moments that, just like watching the Cosby Show, where we've all said something dumb, we've done something that relates.
Yes.
I mean, now I know this is crazy, but it's almost like watching Good Times, just without it being poor.
I go along with that. Yeah, absolutely. No, and I said during the program, I said that This was no offense to the Jeffersons because we weren't super rich, and no offense to Good Times, but we weren't super poor. We were right there in the middle. So it was at that middle class field, even though, of course, you had Cliff and Claire being a doctor and a lawyer. That's some serious money. But just the fact that it had a different representation of Black family on television, where it was right there in the middle, in between shows I just mentioned. So that show, for me, no offense to Jeffersons and Good Times, the Cosby Show paralleled my upbringing with the multiple family members and grandparents and stuff like that. That became more parallel to me when you saw Heathcliff's father and Claire's mother and father again. So yeah, because we always interacted with my grandparents on my mom's side. I saw them every day when I was coming up because my grandfather took me to school when I was a kid. So we interacted with them every day of the week. We had birthdays with them. We would go to our grandparents' house, celebrate our birthdays and their birthdays and everything else. So that outside that connective tissue again to other family members that give you history, that type of thing. Like my grandfather was old school. He was one of them guys that wore suspenders and a belt. So I thought that you wore suspenders and the belt, you were definitely old school. Your parents ain't coming down, even if you tried. It was just that serious. And I figured it was funny because when I became a grandfather myself, I said, "Oh damn, I got to give me some suspenders in the belt myself now." That's the when you're a grandfather. When I was coming up, that was like a prerequisite. You must wear suspenders and a belt. I said, "Oh God damn it, I got me a belt and suspenders when I see the grandchildren." So,
in my case, the fact that having a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old granddaughter, no, I'm just Paw, and I'm cool with that.
I'm Paw too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah. Grandfather, we don't have to worry about that. Let's just stick with this Paw. And if that be the case, hey, I can just show them what kind of dog I am. Just going from there.
Well, I told the audience before, and I told my daughter this. I said I want the children to call me grandfather. Daddy, they can't say it. You don't believe in your children. I believe my grandbabies. They can say it. Eventually, they can't say it now. But if you keep saying grandfather, because they mimic everything they hear. So if you say grandfather, they're going to say, "Now I'll take the Paw for now. I ain't going to sit here in front. I love Paw. I'm down with that." But eventually, Paw would grandfather into grandfather. I put it like that. So it eventually would change down the road. But I'll take what I can get. But it's great having grandchildren, man. I never thought that I would be a grandfather. I just never really thought about it. Of course, it crosses your mind. But if it doesn't happen, it's still cool. But just the fact that my youngest daughter, Mattia, and Edward have two beautiful children, Emery, who's the oldest, and Everly, who's the youngest. So you have a son and a daughter at 4 and 3. You know what's interesting real quick about these grandchildren? So Emery, who's my grandson, I don't know what it is. I've heard about the terrible twos, but now I'm hearing about the funky fours, which is what I call them. Because the funky fours stank. And what I mean by that is because now we're all living together here. I told everybody about the move that we had recently. So it's my sister's family, my mom, myself. So it's 6 of us. So it's Tiffany, Bobby, my brother-in-law, my niece, Mawa, my nephew Caleb, my mom, and me. So, and we're all living together. Mawa, of course, who's 4, don't think she's 4 years old. She don't think she's 4. I ask him time to time, "Hey, how old are you?" What the fuck you mean, Ain't no You're 4, but she thinks she. Well, I said it before. She thinks she's older.
She thinks she's grown. Right.
Like one time, the kids were down here with me, and so they were leaving, and so Kay was like, "I can do this because I'm older than you," and she said, "I'm older too. I'm older too. You're 4. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no older nothing." And she thinks she's older than her brother. I swear to God, I can't make this stuff up. I see it every day, man. She thinks she's older than Caleb, and Caleb will be 14 on Thursday.
Hey, I get it. I understand.
I don't want to get it. Stay in your age range.
But wait a minute, are you older or your sister is older?
I'm older than my sister. I'm older than her. I'm 6 years older than my sister.
Now, if I'm correct, and if I'm correct now, does your sister act like she's older than you sometimes?
Yep.
Okay, so it ain't just me. So that means sometimes it's all right.
No, it's not. Not where I come from.
Is.
Hell no.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. See, it's fine to let them think that until you have to just shut them down and say, no, just like you just said, no, it ain't happening. Because I'm the one. Better yet, if you can say, like, look, I'm the one that changed your Pampers. I'm the one that did this. You didn't do any of that.
Right.
You know, I got people that can back it up.
Oh, yeah.
Can you back it up? So if you can't back it up, shut up.
Yeah, well, yeah, but my family ain't like that. I got too many bossy people in my family. I said before, if I'm ever blessed to be sired to write a book about my life, like an autobiography up to a point, I would name a chapter after my family, a family of bosses. So when I was coming up, my dad was the manager of Air Lake Funeral Home. My mom was a school principal. And then eventually my sister went on to teach like my mom did. My mom started off as a teacher, was a mathematician, and then she became principal. So my sister went into CPS to teach. I taught radio on the college level. You know, that's how I met you at KKC.
Right.
And I also went back to my alma mater to Columbia to teach and co-write with Cheryl Langston the talk radio curriculum. So all of us were teachers in some way. But again, you come from people who are used to being in charge. Look,
no, I get it.
Yeah, I don't mind if somebody takes the lead. I can sit back and you can do that's cool. I'm in charge when I have to be in charge.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
But certain people got to be in charge 24/7. I ain't like that, dude. If you want to be in charge, go right ahead. God bless your ministries. But with me, I can sit back and relax and just be a good soldier and be a part of the war. But I have to be in charge. So with my family, it's a family of bosses. So this is just everybody got to be in charge. Everybody got to tell somebody what to do. And you do this, you do that, and everything else. I just tell people to go back to hell. That's my job. That's my job. Because people have been released from hell. I'm the one that send them back to hell. That's my job. When they come, because you can tell people who have been in hell, they love ice cream and air conditioning.
Yep.
Because why? Because they've been in hell all their lives. So I'm like, it is my job. I'm those dominoes to send you back home, send you back to hell. So that's my job. That's my job, and I'm sticking with it. That's my job.
Oh, okay. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy.
Somebody got to do it.
Hey, you starting to sound like Robin Harris now.
He wasn't lying either. Yeah.
Gotta go.
That's right. He was right. That's right. Sure, you don't belong here. And you know you don't belong here. You just mad because somebody outed you out.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, man. But look, I'm about to sign off a little bit, but it's great hearing your voice, Stockwell. Let's
yes, sir.
Let's talk off the air and reconnect soon. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely. Stay out of trouble. I know you don't want to, but I encourage it.
Stay out of trouble?
Yeah, stay out of trouble. I encourage it.
Yeah. But I am trouble.
Right.
It's too late.
Yeah.
I am trouble. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, that's why I say I encourage it to stay out. Encourage.
Right.
Not courage.
Right. Encourage. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Love you more, man. You take care. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Rockadella. Take care, man.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Peace.
Brother Bass.
Yeah, man. Good to hear his voice. I've known Nelson since he was a student. When I was teaching, I was news director for the college radio station WKKC at Kennedy King College. And when did I meet Rockadella? He was a student. That was back so I got there in March of 1998. So I've known since 98, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And where we are now in 2025. And so I was there for 2 years, left there in 2000 to go back to alma mater to teach radio, like I said before, that I explained to him and everybody was checking this out. I was there for 4 years, and the 4 years I was there, I was able to help rewrite the talk radio curriculum with my great friend Cheryl Langston, who I just spoke to today. As a matter of fact, we reconnected and we talked this morning. And after that, that's when I got the news about Malcom-Jamal Warner. You'll close up shop in a little bit. For those of you who've continued to be here and say good things about Malcolm, we thank you so much. I felt compelled to come on and talk about this, not only because we're all mourning, but it's as Gregory had talked about, having a place to grieve, and I don't take that lightly. I take it very seriously. And once again, thank you all for being a part of this to come on board in the last minutes we have. Hey, how you doing, Bryson? Says Base, rest in peace. That's right, Theodore. You're right. Huxtable. That's right. Always be Theodore. Yeah, not to typecast, but that's how we met him, and that's how we were able to look at him in our hearts, and again, how he was able to evolve as an actor, evolve as a man and a black man at that. And again, once I mentioned about the podcast, again, check it out. Not All Hood. So get that you go to Spotify or iTunes or wherever you get your podcasting from. Make sure you listen to Not All Hood in honor of Malcom-Jamal Warner. I'm going to check it out myself. And on the side note, I mentioned before, again, I want to make this announcement. I made it. I want to make it again because it was just one of those, like, wow moments for me. So as of this month, 10-year anniversary of my heart surgery. I had my heart surgery in July of 2015, and I'm going to have to contact the offices. Once again, I share this with you. I spoke to my doctor who did the surgery on me, robotic arm surgery, robotic arms they put into my heart and did everything internally. And Dr. Balke is the person who did that, master of the robotic heart surgery. So I'm going to get him on the program. Hopefully he says yes. And I'm going to dedicate the hour of him being on and have it be a special about heart health. I'll use my story as an example of what I went through to be here, continues with you now, and not been for God and not been for my cardiologist. I can't think of her name because it's been 10 years. She was the one that recommended me getting that surgery. And then meeting Dr. Balke and meeting his head nurse, it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. It did get scary to a point, but I'm still here through the grace. But I want to have Dr. Balke on and tell that story and let everybody know that for those of you, of course, who are going through heart situations, you're not alone. A lot of us are in a certain club, and we got to stick together. And it's a matter of taking care of yourself. So that's a footnote of what's going on, because it deal ducktails with the whole passing of Malcolm, because, again, we don't know the time or the hour. And it went into the whole thing about him, unfortunately, drowning, being with his family in Costa Rica. And so it's still with heavy heart to do this, but I'm glad that we got a chance to talk about it. You come on and share your stories, and as we intertwine everything that people have called in to talk about or typed in there. Thank you for everybody calling. Thank you for everybody for being part of this special BaseLine program, honoring and remembering the actor, brother, friend, father, Malcom-Jamal Warner. Continue to be safe. Continue to be sound. Continue to be healthy. And most importantly, above anything else, continue to be loved. Long live the peace. Long live the funk. More power to you. As always, imparting with you, my friends and brothers and sisters, keep your head up. And tell somebody you love them.